Alright, and we're back for Beast Makers. Yeah, pretty much we are over halfway done already. And it's only been like, what, two and a half hours? Again, if you know what you're doing, you can beat this game really fast. Alright, so it's a swamp level, and there's electricity. Bruno!
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified junk heap. And it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
Clancy Brown with a Cajun accent. Interesting. Save the game, since I didn't save before we came here. And there's only 2 dragons in this area, actually. I was hoping all 3 of these would blow up. Sometimes they can cause a chain and blow each other up, but sometimes they're just set up just far enough from each other that they don't do that. Alright, we have a big warthog. Misty Bog. Here's a fun level. We're gonna come back here later, because the first world that I want to do is over there. I keep calling them different things: areas, levels, worlds. It's gonna confuse someone. It shouldn't confuse too many people, but I know someone's going to get confused about it. It's the level everyone hates. I don't hate that level, but then again, I'm the Spyro expert, so I mean, you know. I'm the guy who used to like the Eternal Night, and that game is shit, but whatever. Alright, come on. I said I wouldn't reference later games, but here I am, just flat out saying those games are... Just flat out saying the names of those games and talking about how terrible they are. I haven't even played the Legend of Spyro games in years, because I don't own them anymore. I don't really see a reason to get them again. I like the third one, but other than that, I mean... First game's boring, the second one's got a really unbalanced difficulty and is also boring, so I mean, there you go. If you want to know my opinion on those games, there it is. Is my TV muted? Because it sounds like there's an echo. Okay, it's still muted. Good. Alright. Just so you know, I have the game audio coming from my headset. I used the, that really cheap Turtle Beach headset, the PLA one designed for PlayStation 3. So, since I have to output in component cables and use the red and white audio cables, I can just plug those into my headset and then plug and the the Elgato at the same time. Because the way it's designed is it has an audio in and out. So I'm talking about the headset, I mean. It's confusing, it's pretty confusing unless you actually see it, but it's very helpful for me, so that I can actually hear the game in my headphones. I don't have to have, you don't have to hear the game sound from the actual recording, and then hear it again for my microphone, because that would be very, very annoying. Cletus.
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I've got to go.
Best dragon ever. Alright. One little annoying thing I'm still figuring out is that I actually use my capture software to record my voice, and for some reason my voice is kind of like half a second behind the game, which isn't too big of a problem, but it is noticeable. That's why sometimes you'll hear me saying die like half a second after I've already killed the enemy. Alright, go after the guys in the boats first. This is the annoying fight level I was talking about earlier. Because the route is really confusing here. But, make sure you take out... how many of these guys? 7 of the boat guys. And then turn around and get these arches. And after you get these arches, the last boat guys should come up here. Yep. And then you can get the rest of the arches afterwards. Now, that's not the only part of this level that's confusing. Alright. Go for these chests, go for this tunnel. And this is the part that confuses everyone. I tend to go for the flying guys before I go for the chest. Alright. Die. I missed him. Great. There we go. And this should be the last chest, right? Yep, there we go. And that's how you do that level. I know it's confusing. It took me a long time to figure it out as well. My throat is hurting. I need to drink something like right. Hello. Nice camera glitch there, game. Gotta spit out that gum first. Don't record and chew gum. That's a bad idea. Too much talking. Alright then. Goodbye, Warthog. Alright, and our first world is Terrace Village. I am missing gems. I've got that treasure chest, that's why. Whoopsie daisy, my bad. I'll be sure to get that when I get over there. Alright then. Yeah, these levels are designed to be pretty hard. This is actually the hardest world in the game, so I mean... you gotta keep on your toes. Like, they put a lot of enemies close to each other, and you need to, like... yeah, see? It's like, I want to come charge this guy and then turn around and flame this guy. You really need to be fast. Oof. Alright. Okay then. Some dude thinks he's cool on his motorcycle. That may not actually be a motorcycle. That may just be a car, but whatever. Something with a loud motor just drove by, and that's not cool, man. I'm recording. Do you not realize that when I'm recording video games, no motor sound should be made at all?
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
Clancy Brown actually does an okay Cajun accent. And considering the fact that I live in Louisiana, come on. I can kind of vouch for that. With that said, I'm kind of sick of living in this state. Like, I know some people have heard some bad things about this state, and I'm going to be completely honest, most of those things are actually kind of true. Whoa. Thankfully the big guy was my shield there. And you know, you're surrounded by swamps, and I remember just a few years ago there was this really bad I don't know what it was. It was some kind of smoke that was coming out of a swamp, and you could smell it from like 10 miles away. It was disgusting. Alright, so the floor tends to stay electrocuted for only like 2 or 3 seconds. So you can kind of use that to your advantage because, well, yeah. Da, 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 da.
Good job,
Look at this
Spyro.
dude.
One day you'll be able to
Sight
tell
burn.
all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
That Cajun accent wasn't actually very good, but whatever. I don't actually have a Cajun accent. Thank God, actually. If it's not Cajuns, it's rednecks here, and I just can't stand. Kind of like Cajuns. I actually like listening to like a lot of Cajun country music. Like old country music, not the crap that they have nowadays. Born on the bayou. Born on the bayou. That's probably not Cajun at all, but whatever. Have you ever seen the rain? Alrighty then. Die. Alrighty then. So a random thought just occurred to me. I've been watching a bit of the Hellfire Comms Sonic-a-thon, and yesterday they were talking about how Child's Play, which is the charity that they're raising money for at the Sonic-a-thon, basically donates video games and stuff to children who are in hospitals who are really bored and need entertainment, or at least something to make their day a little brighter if they're really sick or injured or whatever. So, and they kind of mentioned they were playing Sonic 06 when they said that. And I'm surprised I didn't think of this when I was watching it yesterday, because I would have just said, you know, if you donate Spyro to a kid in a hospital, like if you were to donate, if I was in the hospital and someone were to donate Spyro the Dragon to me so that I could play that while I'm in the hospital, like if I was about to die, I would die happy just playing these games. That's like, I'm being utterly serious. I love these games to death. You know, there are a few. I mean, there are a lot of games that make me feel happy. I typically try not to play games that'll frustrate the hell out of me, but or bore the crap out of me, you know. Oh, I'm hurting my throat. I don't like that. Oh man.